Now think wagons, and you're probably imagining the ultimate family truckster with about as much appeal as Oprah Winfrey in suspenders. But Holden wants you to change that point of view with this, the all-new Commodore Sportwagon. So what's different with the Sportwagon? It's still a regular Commodore up here, and there's still a big wagony bit out the back here. But with this new sleeker model, there's actually less room in there. Now I know what you're probably thinking. It's not a brilliant sales pitch so far, but that wagon to centres is exactly the point. You see, Holden reckons many wagons have got a bad name. Over in Europe, wagons are seen as stylish alternatives to regular four-door sedans, but here they're basically load luggers with one purpose. And like just about every other car maker, Holden's also noticed how many people are ditching large cars in favour of compact four-wheel drives, which just happen to be fairly practical wagons. So it actually shrunk the wagon and renamed it Sportwagon in an effort to give it a bit more sex appeal. And from the outside, it sort of works. Then Holden took it one step further and gave it its first public outing on a racetrack, Bathurst of all places, to help with the whole sporty wagon repositioning. It's probably no great surprise that the Commodore Sportwagon isn't wildly different to drive from the VE Commodore sedan that it's based on. After all, the two share the same suspension, the same footprint, even the same engine, so really they're pretty much the same car, although you do pay $1,000 more for the privilege of having that more practical rear end. It does though come with more practical rear seats that you can fold down a lot better and fold them fully flat, fit bigger things in there like mountain bikes and so on. The Sportwagon also weighs about 90 kilos more than the sedan, so in a straight line it's not quite as quick, although you really wouldn't know it. It's just like having an extra person on board, basically. But speak to Holden engineers and they will quietly admit that the wagon actually has a stiffer body than the sedan. So it's better suited to corners, just like those you'd find at Mt Panorama. There's all those Commodore traits, starting with a negative, a huge A-pillar that makes it really difficult to see through corners. But otherwise the steering is beautifully weighted, there's loads of cornering grip, and it all adds up to a fantastic driver's car. So, would I buy a Sportwagon? Well, yes and no. I actually prefer the look of this over the sedan and the extra practicality, even if it's smaller than the old wagon. But the big problem with large cars these days is their depreciation, particularly in the first year or two. So I reckon I'd wait till one of these is a year or two old, grab it on the second-hand market, and it'd be a near perfect family wagon, and one that I wouldn't get bored driving.